So, welcome back to Sustainability Connect on Icon Radio, your number one entertainment plug. And we are here at the Ecotourism Sustainable Forum 2024. And I love the conversations today because we are all talking about sustainable tourism. And my guest today is not new, and but maybe for you guys who don't know her, maybe she can introduce herself, who she is, and what organization she's representing.
Thank you. My name is Dr. Catherine Baisi. I work for the National Environment Management Authority. I'm the Deputy Director, Environmental Education, Awareness, and
Mhm.
Training.
Mhm.
Thank you.
So, coming today to the ecotourism forum, how does NEMA and ecotourism blend in? Mhm.
Okay. Thank you. As you are aware, NEMA, we are NEMA.
Mhm.
NEMA is the National Environment Management Authority,
Mhm.
and we are the principal government agency
Mhm.
responsible for supervising and coordinating all matters
Mhm.
related to the environment.
Mhm.
So, for ecotourism,
Mhm.
we are also responsible for supervising their environmental issues.
Mhm.
Uh, as you know, we have our framework law, which
Mhm.
is the Environmental Management and Coordination Act
Mhm.
of
Mhm.
1999.
Mhm.
That act has several regulations
Mhm.
that regulate the ecotourism industry.
Mhm.
One of the regulations there is the environmental impact assessment and
Mhm.
the environmental audit.
Mhm.
This regulation
Mhm.
it controls development. For
Mhm.
example, if you want to put up a ecotourism facility,
Mhm.
say a campsite and a lodge, um, we are the ones that will give you an environmental impact assessment
Mhm.
for you to be able to
Mhm.
set up that facility
Mhm.
wherever,
Mhm.
whether it is in the conservancy, whether it's in the wild.
Mhm.
We would want you to develop prepare an environmental impact assessment report,
Yeah.
submit it to NEMA,
Mhm.
and NEMA will review it
Mhm.
and give you a license
Mhm.
before you start
Mhm.
building,
Mhm.
before you start developing.
Mhm.
And why is so that any environmental impacts that will arise from your development,
Mhm.
you come up with that mitigation, an environmental management plan
Mhm.
to mitigate all those negative environmental impacts.
Mhm.
In that way, then your operations or your development will be done in a sustainable way.
Mhm.
Now, once you have your facility running,
Mhm.
we'll also require you to, after 1 year of running,
Mhm.
we require you to prepare an environmental audit
Mhm.
and submit the same to NEMA.
Mhm.
And why we are interested in that audit is we want to know
Mhm.
what are the impacts that arise from operating your facility.
Mhm.
As you know, when you are running a facility, there are many things. You have people
Mhm.
coming, you have waste being generated, maybe you have events, you have noise.
Mhm.
How are those impacting?
Mhm.
Say you are in Mara,
Mhm.
say
Mhm.
you have the roads there,
Mhm.
they have an impact.
Yeah.
You have waste generated. Where are
Mhm.
you throwing that waste?
Mhm.
Are you throwing it in the wild so that the animals will eat
Mhm.
and they will die? Because if the animals will eat polythene,
Mhm.
they can be bloated and they will die.
Yeah.
So all those negative environmental impacts that
Mhm.
arise from your development, we
Mhm.
want to know them and
Mhm.
we want to know how you are addressing them.
Mhm.
The other regulation that is important is a water quality regulation,
Mhm.
because each facility you are using water, and as you use water, you have wastewater. How are you disposing of this wastewater? Are you treating that water?
Mhm.
Are you recycling? Where is it going? Is
Mhm.
it having a negative impact?
Mhm.
If this wastewater is released, say, into a wetland,
Mhm.
then that wetland will be polluted.
Yeah.
And you see, wetlands are our reservoir. And most of these ecologies are in the wild where we have a lot of wetlands,
Mhm.
which are our reservoir, which are our source of
Mhm.
water.
Mhm.
So we would want to see, we are keen to see that the ecologies are operated in a sustainable way.
Mhm.
We also have regulation on what we call the biodiversity regulation.
Mhm.
You see, these ecologies, most of them are pristine. Can I use pristine?
Yes.
Are in those areas
Mm.
where we have rich biodiversity,
Mm.
both the animal and the plant.
Yeah.
Um, what this regulation is keen to see is that one, we protect those biodiversity areas.
Mhm.
And as you know, Kenya, we have a very rich biodiversity. For us, we our standards are derived from our regulations. Say the waste, the waste management. We would like to see if we go to a facility, we want to see how they are handling their waste. Do they have are they sorting their waste? Do they have waste disposal facilities? Are they like the food waste or organic waste? Are they recycling it? Are they reusing it? Are they composting? Or have they engaged somebody who is doing composting? So those are some of the things. If we go to a facility, we want to check. Or if it is wastewater, are they recycling this wastewater? Are they reusing this wastewater? Do they have a treatment plant to ensure that the water that is coming from their facility is being treated before it is being released to the environment?
So we'll have more of these discussions when you come here. But there's future trends. Where do you foresee sustainable tourism and how is NEMA preparing to adapt to the future trends in sustainability?
I see. I would like to see the facilities being um compliant. Uh, like, of course, we have very many standards which they subscribe to, being like eco-rated, looking at all the standards we have provided for in our regulations. We want to see that they have complied. We really don't like the running battles with the facilities, especially the accommodation facilities, the tour vehicles, or the people themselves. We'd also like to see if it is sustainability, how do these facilities or ecotourism activities affect the communities in which they are living in. We like to see people benefiting, like having green or eco products or eco activities, like maybe planting trees, working with the communities to improve their livelihood. Because if their communities do not have an improved livelihood, if they don't know how to benefit from their their environment, say like if you go to a community like Mara, what are the communities doing? What can they do if they are living next to a forest? How are they benefiting? Are they keeping honey? Are they rearing cattle? What sustainable activities are you promoting apart from these mainstream activities or bringing guests? But what about the local people? How are they?
So thank you so much for being part of this conversation. Like, you know, maybe a clarion call as you wind up. And what, in this forum, what would be your expected outcome? What are you hoping to achieve as NEMA in collaboration with the ecotourism Kenya as well as the whole tourism industry? So, yeah,
Yeah.
especially.
Yeah. I would like to see we have various standards, like I've mentioned. We have EIA. I would like to see these facilities or stakeholders complying. Let them embrace the idea of making sure that before they have these, they put up their ecotourism facility, let them do an EIA. Let them do an environmental audit, not just on paper, but in real practice. Look at the impact of their development on the environment, and where it is negative, let them improve. That bit of compliance is very, very important, because if they comply, that is when we'll have sustainability. But if it is just maybe bringing a report and waiting for NEMA to come and check, then it will not help anybody. It will just be a paper. We will be cheating ourselves, but the environment will be degraded, and that will not be sustainable, because soon it will be degraded and you will not get the visitors, because visitors come because of the environment, because of the way we have taken care of the environment, and because of the way we have complied. Compliance, the outcome of compliance is our well protected environment, which brings on board more people and more profits.
Awesome.
Thank
So
you.
I love what you said, the cat and mouse. you you want the companies to avoid the cat and mouse
No,
run.
no, it is not in our interest that we come and close your facility.
Yeah.
It's not in our interest that we come and and stop your operations. We want you to operate. We want you to work. We want you to bring visitors, but in a sustainable way, in a in complying with the regulations. Then we have no problem with you. Yeah.
So
Thank
thank
you.
you so much. We appreciate you. And thank you for being on Icon Radio. I know this is just the beginning of these conversations, because NEMA does a lot. You do a lot, not
Thank
just
you.
in tourism, but in every sector, all
Yeah.
rounded. So thank you so much. And we appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you for having me, and we hope to engage more.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.